You know, our preparation has been very similar to a normal road trip, so it's been actually the exact same schedule. We'll just pick up an extra day down there, so everything's been right on target.
The goal line stand where you stopped Jameis was one of a few 4th and short situations where you guys have gotten yourselves off the field. You take a particular level of pride seeing you guys step up in those moments.
You know, we were happy because we executed and guys made plays, but I guess there was an excitement because we stopped them. But at that point in the game, it was. At that point in the game, as a staff, we're thinking, okay, we got off the field. What do we need to correct? Because we knew it was going to be a war.
Eric talked about you guys want to force their quarterback to make quick decisions. How important will that be?
Excuse me, say it again?
Forcing their quarterback to make quick decisions. How important will that be?
You know, I think their quarterback is really talented. You know, you keep hearing that it's the 3rd quarterback, but I think they have a terrific system, and I think that they have the quarterbacks for that system. So I don't think I think they'll be fine at quarterback. You know, for us, we've got to do a good job of, as always, mixing up what we're doing, and you know, rotating coverages and changing up where we're coming from. And then obviously, if we can get a beat in the game on something, we want to try to lock in on that.
The defense has played, I thought, at a real high level at Pac-12. In fact, I didn't think it could get any better than it did in the Rose Bowl. Can you talk a little bit? Is it fair to say that there has been an evolution or a growth that charted from August to January 1st? You know, the development and continued development of our defense is linked to a couple things. Number one, primarily, is we have continued as coaches to preach the exact same thing. So, you know, the fundamentals, the tackling, the leverage, and the communication. Now, I think what's happened over the course of the season is that we've continued to have some success. As coaches, we've been able to point out the success and how we got there, and the kids have bought in. And now the practices are getting better, and then you're seeing the evidence on the field. I think it's been a product of us continuing to stay the course. And continuing in that vein, when Tony Washington had to bow and he got the penalty, and then he had such a great game with the score in the Rose Bowl, do you rip a guy when he makes a mistake, or are you sensitive and nurturing and supportive, or how do you keep a guy like him in the game? He also had that tackle on 4th down. How do you keep him from collapsing, or you have to build him back up?
You know, with your players, you know, there's going to be ups and downs, and when guys make mistakes, you know, you have to evaluate what type of mistake. You know, there's some penalties that aren't. There's some penalties that you can accept. There's some penalties that you can't accept, and obviously, you know, early on that penalty that Tony had was one that we couldn't accept. Personally, I didn't have to discipline because the world did. You know, by the time we got off the field, I mean, the world, he knew, and so it was a matter of just keeping his head focused on the next game and how to handle that situation when it occurred again. And Tony dug his way out of it, got his head up, and it was used as a lesson for everybody because you know there's players always coming in, young players coming in, older players going out. So you always try to share the experience of everyone to better the team.
Would you say that's remarkable for Oregon's defense, or typical?
I'm sorry, which?
The way he handled it, the way you guys handled it, and the improvements that he showed, and the defense showed.
You know, I think that improvement is what we're looking for. I think that's what we would like to build on as guys, you know, making mistakes and then growing, and from that, and then, you know, becoming better players and better people, and then lifting this program up.
And then for me, finally, Ohio State, BC. How do you defend them?
Well, Ohio State, solid across the board. I mean, there's no weaknesses. Tremendous offensive line, probably the best receivers we've seen. And a very exciting running back who's really good, breaks tackles. He does a great job of blocking. The tight ends are big. They catch the ball when they need to, but they're great blockers. And the quarterback, you know, in that system, you know, the quarterback is the benefactor of a lot of great players around him. So I don't think there's a ton of stress on him to make a lot of plays because there's so many playmakers around him. They have a great scheme. There's a reason why they're in this game. They're really good. They have a great running game. They have some great schemes. I mean, when you first put the film on, you look at it and go, oh, that's just X play. And then when you start watching, like, no, they're doing some things that make X play work, and they've got a great system. So it's an exciting opportunity. The thing that we have to do, it's what we've been preaching on. We have to do a great job at the line of scrimmage. And then we have to read our keys, and guys got to separate and get off the blocks. And then we have to have a convoy to the ball, because when that ball gets on the perimeter, those backs, if you let them through the line of scrimmage, they can go the distance. Same thing, if you let a receiver catch a hitch and there's no one there, those guys can go the distance. So we've got to do a great job with our fundamentals.
What makes you believe, Don, that they will do that? Why will Oregon beat Ohio State?
I haven't said that. That's you said that. I didn't. What we're looking for Oregon to play the best game, and we're going to base us playing our best game on how we prepare. And the preparation thus far has been as good or better than it's been. So if we can continue that the next 3 or 4 days, whatever that is, then we'll walk on the field very confident that we can execute and play our best game. And that's what it's about. It's about playing our best game.